Hey guys, welcome to Refresh Rewinds. This is Erin and I'm Christina. Today we're going to be watching 1993's Jurassic Park, directed by Steven Spielberg.
And what we do here is we're going to pick movies either that I've seen and Christina hasn't, or vice versa. But today we're going to be pulling from our 100 movie scratch-off poster. Jurassic Park is right here. So eventually we're going to get to all of them and you're going to join us. And so what we like to do as well is pair a movie with a cocktail, an adult beverage of some sort that might correspond with the movie.
Yeah.
So with this one, we're going to be making the Raptor Cocktail.
So we're going to show you how to make that right now, and we'll see you after the movie.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
All right, guys, we're back. So we just watched Jurassic Park.
Yes.
So what were your first initial thoughts on it?
I mean, we watch it. I mean, everybody's seen it. I feel like dozens and dozens of times and stuff.
Yeah.
But going back to when I was a kid and seeing it for the first time, it was amazing. It was the first time that really CGI was so prevalent.
Yeah.
Such big animatronics and just action the whole time. Like you're gripping the edge of your seat.
That's true.
I mean,
I remember it scared me
just now.
So bad. As a kid and now.
Yeah. Let's mention we did have Raptor Cocktails. We showed you earlier just how to make these and stuff. They are delicious.
Yum.
So good. So, let's talk about who stood out to you character-wise that you felt the most for, got more involved in their story and stuff like that for you.
I love Jeff Goldblum's character, like hands down. And I didn't catch it before, but he's a chaos mathematician.
Yeah.
Which I was like,
why
I don't know what that
would you invite
is.
that dude? Why would you? You're wanting to get approved to make this park a Disneyland for live dinosaurs.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're inviting all these people, which is kind of the premise of the movie. Let's get, what was he, a paleontologist?
And then a botanist.
Right. To sign off on it. And then you invite the worst guy ever to be like, we're going to tell you everything that could go wrong with this thing. So, but I do agree. Jeff Goldblum, okay, I wouldn't say he steals the movie, but prior to the dinosaur encounters, he is every word that he says is gold.
Yes.
Every scene that he's in he just makes it that much better, much like his other movies. Independence Day, I mean, back when I was a kid, The Fly, when they remade that, so good in that. And for me, that kind of is the only gripe I have with the movie is the latter half of the movie,
he's
nowhere to be
it.
seen.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. There's a lot of action going on, and I don't know if, it sucks that he was written to get injured and then just kind of lay around.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's my only gripe.
That, what is it? It's not a tourniquet.
It's a tourniquet.
Well, no, he had like a piece of wood or something like
splint afterwards, yeah.
That seemed to move a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to move.
Yeah, there's plenty of, you can look up the amount of gaffes, editing mistakes. This door's open, that door is not open. Like there's plenty of that, and that's every movie or whatever, but there's so many moving parts in every scene where
for sure.
You get a pass, Steven Spielberg, you get a pass. So, we took a few notes.
Yes.
I mean, I don't want to do a scene by scene breakdown. There's it's such a long movie, but it flies by.
Pretty sure those guys at the beginning of the movie, like, I don't know how much they're getting paid, but not enough to handle live dinosaurs like a velociraptor.
Oh, the Costa Rican, just random dudes.
Yeah.
And then obviously that's what sets it off, is like the dude gets attacked and killed, obviously, and his parents suing for $20 million.
Well, whoever should have secured the container that the velociraptor was in.
Yeah, just random dude
that
on the
guy
top just lifting it open.
Yeah.
It's like it takes a crane, but one guy can
to just open it.
Strong dude.
And somebody did not secure that container down.
I thought it would magnetically lock to the enclosure, and then he just release and go.
But the whole idea of Jurassic Park just kind of seemed like half thought through.
Well, but also, who didn't see all that happening?
Exactly.
There's a lot of it that was done. Yeah. I mean, it goes to hell. But, look at all of the advanced, I'm sure at the time, they never really said what year that was taking place or whatever.
True.
But, God, it's a small little island off of Costa Rica that they're like, hey, why are all these helicopters?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what's funny about it, but it's like also, it's kind of not the point of it, but let's see what other notes. The dig site.
Yeah.
When they're uncovering a fully intact velociraptor and stuff. Could there be any more flannel?
It's the 90s, like... That's what it is. Flannel. It's pure flannel.
And Ellie with the Canadian tuxedo and stuff. Denim on denim. Very...
Well, it's in Montana, which, pretty close to the Canadian border, so a lot of denim is going to be happening.
That's true. That was pretty cool. So, the dig site happens, and they're uncovering it. They shoot it was explaining how they can see through the look like X-ray or sono.
I just want to run that machine and boom.
That would be kind of cool. So they're up and they're talking about it up on a hill, and all of a sudden this helicopter comes flying in. They're cover everything, and Sam Neill's character runs over to the helicopter and he's like, "Hey, shut it down, shut it!" And he goes, the pilot's all like, "Go to your trailer," and he's like, "Okay," and he gets to the trailer, and who do we find? But what's his name in there? Richard Attenborough, but it's what's his name?
Oh, John Hammond.
John Hammond is in the trailer already, and the first thing he does is like he limps around after digging around in the fridge, and I'm like, the freaking helicopter just landed. How the hell did this Colonel Sanders ass get to the trailer
so
in
quickly?
Like 2 seconds and is already wanting a beer?
Yeah.
So movie magic, I suppose, right
exactly. There. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then once they get to the island, I remember thinking the first thing of seeing the island itself is how majestic and beautiful it is.
Which was Hawaii.
Oh, is that really where it was shot? Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was beautiful.
That was pretty cool. There's a little takeaway from the helicopter scene that I'd heard about where it kind of preludes the conversation that they had about all the dinosaurs were supposed to be female.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of gets to my point of like another scene we'll talk about in a second, but they control the chromosomes and everything inherently starts off female and then has to be, the chromosomes have to turn it male.
Yeah.
When you're watching and they've got the turbulence and they're lowering down to the helipad, everybody buckles up. But then what two ends does Sam Neill get?
Oh, yeah.
They're both female ends.
Yeah.
But then somehow he makes it work.
Yeah.
just like Malcolm, our favorite character.
Which apparently he needed a flight attendant to show him how to buckle.
Right, yeah. And he was in the emergency exit row, and that would have not have gone well.
Exactly.
So, how about, what is your favorite scene?
My favorite scene is, and it's iconic. It's when the T-Rex is running behind them and you see the T-Rex in the mirror, like the side mirror.
Yeah.
And it says, like, objects in mirror closer than they appear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hands down to me, that's, like, the best.
Even though it's the wrong side of the car.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
Yeah, they obviously put that in there on purpose.
Yeah.
So, I thought about that. There's so many good scenes, iconic scenes,
Mm-hmm.
when you see dinosaurs, when you hear the T-Rex roar for the first time. There's so many good scenes. My favorite, which now as an adult having watched it, throughout the years and stuff, and then now being able to really hear what's going on why it's there.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
I wrote it down, and my favorite scene is the lunch scene.
Okay.
So they see tidbits of it. It kind of breaks down, and they go back and they have their Chilean salmon or something, whatever it is.
Sea bass?
Whatever. Nobody ate.
No.
So whatever.
It was super fancy food, and nobody touched it.
The back and forth between Hammond and Malcolm, basically saying, like, we did this. Look at this. We're gonna open this up, and people are gonna appreciate the fact that we brought dinosaurs back.
Yeah.
And he's going, well, why?
Yeah.
Why did you need to?
Well, it's his line of, you were so busy, could you do it, that nobody thought, should you do it?
Right, exactly. That whole scene, that whole back and forth, to me was kind of basically what the movie was about.
Yeah.
And really right after that, then it just really proves the point.
Yeah.
Should you have done this? And then, at the end, they're like, we're going to have to, we're not going to, we're not going to grant, we're not going to sign off on your park.
Yeah.
And he goes, I agree.
Yeah.
So that was a pivotal scene for me, when they're like, why would you want to do this? Yes, you could do it.
Yeah.
You could clone sheep. I mean, we've been doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, the human, that's all later. So,
okay, so when they were taking the virtual tour,
yeah,
I got vibes of, it was like when they had the DNA little cartoon guy. Totally reminded me of, like, Schoolhouse Rock. Do you remember that show?
I was a little bit older.
Huh?
I didn't really watch it.
You didn't watch it? Okay.
Not much.
They had, like, the Constitution song, whatever, but totally reminded me of that. Like, all the graphics in it.
Oh, yeah.
But what got to me was the frog, and I remember that they can change sexes.
And that's ultimately how the female
was able to
fell
reproduce.
apart.
Yeah.
And they didn't take that into consideration or something. In the movie.
Which, and you would think
Does
scientists...
that really happen? I don't know.
Well, you would think, like, they're scientists, so, like, they should be able to, I don't know, remember this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if they're smart enough to recreate a dinosaur, how are you not smart enough to remember that reptiles...
Yeah, do a little research.
Exactly.
There's a couple other frogs out there.
Exactly.
So, that kind of backfired, I guess. What'd you think about Dennis... What's his name?
Oh, Newman.
Dennis Nedry Newman. I was waiting because when they introduced him, we all obviously know what he does and tries to swipe all the embryos and stuff like that.
They were only going to pay him $1.5 million, by the way.
Who?
That is not enough.
Who?
I don't know who. I feel like it's a British guy in the background because British guys are always evil.
Maybe we didn't watch part 2 or 3 or whatever, so
No.
maybe they explain who. So, I mean, I remember the engine company.
Yeah.
But then I was like, they never really go into, I guess,
No.
I mean, does it matter? No, but his character is just so funny. Like, and just, he's so behind a computer that when he gets out into a rainy ass,
the actual action that he needs to do.
No skills.
That's what $1.5 million is not enough.
Oh yeah,
in any time.
Yeah, a blooper. They, he goes into the cold storage, embryo storage and stuff, and he starts pulling out the Tyrannosaurus, the Stegosaurus, and all that stuff. Like, a couple of them are misspelled.
Oh, really?
You would think they would know how to spell Stegosaurus and put 2 N's in Tyrannosaurus, but they did not. So, then again, I don't know.
I mean, it's little things.
It's a little.
It's all in the details.
Did you have a favorite, like, actor? Not so much character, but like an actor that kind of just really ran with their character? We all know Jeff Goldblum was amazing, and his character in it really does lift up.
Who'd you say the paleontologist's name was?
The female?
No, the guy.
Oh, Sam Neill?
Yes, him. I really liked him because he made this journey of hating kids at the beginning, and then by the end, totally loved them. They're sleeping on him in the end in the helicopter.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, why would you let your kids go to this dangerous dinosaur island, even though it's their grandfather? Where are the parents?
Yeah.
The parents are just MIA.
They're 120 miles away in Costa Rica on
Safe
the beach,
and sound.
just chilling.
And they're cool with letting their kids go to this island that's being tested.
Yeah, just not even fully blown. Yeah. Geez, who do I think? I feel like Richard Attenborough put a pretty good performance in, as far as coming full circle and being super excited about it and involving himself into the intro for everybody when they finally see, the spinning, I guess, part of the park. Yeah. That's the ride. Yeah. Like he threw his self and his money and his love into the whole park.
Yeah. Well, he talked about how he did the flea theme park, I guess, for his grandkids.
Yeah, and it was just always a dream of his.
And it was always an illusion, but now he's made it so much bigger.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to show you. So you see, in just a weekend. Yeah. And just everything went completely south. Yeah. And you see him unravel, whether he's on the phone or walkie-talkie, in communication with somebody, and he's just like, oh, like he's so frustrated that the park is just getting out of hand. Yeah. And he can't control it. Yeah. And he felt like he could control it. Yeah. Which is so weird because all these dinosaurs look pretty well grown. So they're not the babies. And even when it's being hatched, he goes, they imprint with the first thing that they see. And he always wants to be there when they're born. I'm like, man, he feels like a father figure to the dinosaurs.
Yeah. Which is weird.
Wow. And to see him come full circle and totally agree after just a horrible encounter and probably the realization of possibly losing his family, his grandchildren. Like you said, halfway through, he's like, go get my grandchildren. Yeah. And I feel like he's like, and get me a freaking helicopter too, because I'm out of here. Like, I'm done. This thing is done or whatever.
What I really liked is when they were in that entryway of the tourist center, like the T-Rex is there in the bones.
Right, yeah.
And it looks like it's attacking something. Yeah. Like another dinosaur display that they had set up is what it kind of looked like. Yeah. And then in the end, like when the velociraptors are like getting ready to attack the characters, like all of a sudden the T-Rex comes in and gets to be like the hero.
That was another point I was going to say was the best visual moment for you. That was mine.
Yeah. I love the foreshadowing of it.
And that recalls back when they first go in. Yeah. You're like, oh, that's right. And they're just painting the walls and it's already up and stuff, but they're just kind of getting the thing good to go. But then you're like, oh, that's right. At the end of this thing, they totally just...
I forgot that he was the hero in the end.
Yeah.
I thought more of the T-Rex attacking them in the Jeeps as the foreshadowing, which, I mean, it could be both. Yeah. But I forgot that he came in and like saved them from the velociraptors.
Yeah. Yeah. That part when they explain throughout the whole movie that how velociraptors supposedly hunt.
Yeah.
You're focused on the one, you get hit from the
On
sides.
Yeah.
And they set up like that, and they're done. They're done.
Yeah.
And the T-Rex comes in. The whole time you hear the T-Rex coming,
except that time. Yeah.
So
Doesn't
anyway,
seem right.
the one goes lunging, takes him down. The other ones are attacking him. He shrugs him off and everything. And then, they throw a live dinosaur through the skeletal remains of the T-Rex.
Mm-hmm.
And then the T-Rex stands in the same exact pose as the skeleton, as the banner that says "When dinosaurs ruled the world" comes down around him and stuff. That to me was the visual.
Okay.
Of it encapsulates so much.
Yeah. So, definitely.
Did you have the same one, or?
I think so, because I love the foreshadowing. I love when movies are able to recall something in the beginning and show it later in a slightly different way where it makes you go, that's what they did. That's what they meant.
A close second for me is the quick 3-4 seconds when they're going through the park and they're in the back of the Jeep, and she's Ellie is looking at a huge leaf, or who knows where she got it from.
And they see the dinosaurs for the very first time.
We don't see them yet. We see the reaction, and it's Sam Neill sitting in the seat and then like standing up, struggling to take off his glasses because he can't believe his eyes. And there's a Brachiosaurus right in front of him, eating, not giving any mind to the Jeeps. Yeah. And he's like and then he grabs, her.
Just
and
moves the whole head.
Look. That's a close second. Like that is how we all probably felt. Yeah. When we saw the visual effects of like, holy crap. Yeah. They did it.
For sure.
Yeah. So, son of a bitch, you did it. Jeff Goldblum is always killing it.
He is, truly. It's insane how good of an actor he is.
I had told you while we were watching it that in band we got to play the Jurassic Park theme.
That's cool.
The whole score of that movie
is so good.
John Williams never fails. All the Star Wars movies, multiple other iconic movies. But you know without knowing when you hear the Jurassic Park theme.
If you've seen it or not, you know it. Yeah.
So that, when you can combine at that date and time that movie came out, it was probably like Star Wars in the 70s.
Oh, for sure.
But 20 years later and stuff. So.
Hands down.
Did you ever read the book by Michael Crichton? Yeah, Michael Crichton.
No.
Yeah, so it was adapted for the screen by Michael Crichton and another writer for Spielberg to direct. Oh. So
I had no idea.
maybe we'll do that.
Read a book?
Read a book. No.
But no, we watch movies.
We watch movies. Yeah. We don't review books. Let's not do that.
So, not at all.
Overall, you're not let down by this movie.
No, not at all.
If you're offended by this movie, please comment and let me know why this movie offends you. Yeah. Or it's just not good, and I'll read it and dislike you. But I'm going to have to give this like a strong, on a 10 scale, like a 9.8 Barbasol cans out of 10.
All right.
Damn near perfect. I want to be stingy throughout this series of 10 tens. Yeah. And there's, some little editing mistakes or whatever that might keep the 0.2 from hitting. But, hell, 9.8 out of 10. That wins the Olympic gold anyways.
All right.
So, how about you?
I gave it 8 out of 10 Raptor claws.
8 out of 10?
8 out of 10. Simply because, obviously, the CGI for that time frame was phenomenal. Nowadays, CGI has gotten much better. So if you watch Jurassic World, it's so much, that CGI is so much better than this. So I think for, a kid watching it for the first time, it's really cool. It's dinosaurs. but it just doesn't. And I would think the same for like the Star Wars movies. The CGI just doesn't hold up.
Yeah, I could see.
That's my only dig on it, is the CGI.
Because of our gap in age.
Yes.
You're comparing older stuff to newer stuff, new technology. Yeah. If they had the technology today, back then, you'd be like blown away.
Yeah.
If they had the technology in the 70s for Star Wars of a Jurassic Park, it'd be like, oh, okay. I could see where you would give it a lower score.
That's all for longevity purposes.
I mean, it still holds up.
It's
not like super shaky.
No, it's not super shaky.
So, all right.
That's my reasoning.
Well, that concludes our analysis, our review, our drink that I need to catch up.
Yeah, you need to catch up.
I'm going to continue to enjoy this Raptor Cocktail. Like, comment, and subscribe to us here at Refresh Rewinds. I'm Aaron.
Christina.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you guys for sticking around for our review of Jurassic Park. Here we are scratching off the picture on our poster. It looks like it's the mosquito and the amber. Join us next time. We're going to be tackling Scarface by Brian De Palma.